Shalom, Yasha Allah, his brother Pathak, right? That'd be key, but in the ancient Paleo Hebrew. And it's gonna be a quick video just dealing with the topic is gonna be dealing with just laboring to magnify the name of the Lord. You understand? Doing more to magnify your office and to push forth the ministry, you understand, to spread the gospel. You understand? It's not enough just to feel like you did the work, you did enough work for the week because you went to camp one side of the week, you understand? Or you went to camp 2 days out of the week. It's more to the ministry than that, right? It's more to loving your brother than that. It's more to teaching the gospel than that, you understand? Hey man, you can give food to the poor, right? You have some brothers in this truth that do food drives, man, right? You can give alms, right? You probably got clothes that you can't damn fit no more, man. Right, you can give it to somebody that's in need of clothing. You understand? You can call and check on brothers, right? You can it's more to the ministry than just going to camp, right? A lot of brothers think they're doing the work of the Lord because they go to camp one day out of the week, man. But the rest of the week they're just doing their own thing, right? They're not magnifying the name of the Lord in any way. They're not magnifying their office in any way throughout the week. But they wake up and go to camp one day out of the week and they feel like they did enough, man, right? Because we all gonna have to sit in front of Yahawashi, right, in the day of judgment. And you think really ask yourself, do you think you're going to be able to tell the Lord, I went to camp one day out of the week, right? And I kind of read 3 chapters through the week and I went to camp one day out of the week, man. Hey man, that's not really feeding the sheep, you understand? Right? That's not feeding the sheep because you go to camp one day out of the week, man. It's more to feeding the sheep than that. You understand? The Lord said, be thou diligent to know the state of thy flocks. In Proverbs 27 verse 23, I believe. You understand? Right, to be diligent to know the state of your flocks is to be constantly amongst the sheep, constantly checking on your sheep. You understand? Constantly feeding the sheep. If you just feed the sheep on the carnal level, if you're just feeding your sheep one day out of the week, and you're just going out to your damn on your farmland and checking on the sheep one day out of the week, man, they're gonna be dead. You understand? They're gonna be out there. There's gonna be a couple of them out there dead. A couple of them gonna have their damn head stuck in the gate. Right? It's all hell gonna break loose out there. You understand? Right? So just understand there's more to laboring and more to this ministry than just going to camp one day out of the week. You understand? Our forefathers never went to teach one day out of the week. Actually, let me bring this out. And before we go into it, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Mashiach wa Malak Yahawashi. That's all praise to the Most High God, Yahweh, in the name of His only begotten Son, the Anointed, and the King, Yahawashi. You understand? And I want to bring this out first in Acts 5, just to land me back off the point I just made, right? So this is Acts chapter 5 and verse 42, and it reads, and daily in the temple and in every house they cease not to preach and to teach and preach Yahawashi, man, right? So the apostles, they were daily in the temple, right? And that's why brothers do these so-called modern day epistles, right? When brothers make the videos, right? Because brothers might not be able to make it always on the highways and byways to teach the word, but you always constantly have this phone in your hand, right? You're probably scrolling up and down social media all day and all matters of folly. This is your opportunity to teach the word as well, right? And to daily be in the temple. How? Because the temple of the Lord is just Israel, right? Today, we're spiritually that temple, right? So you constantly have contact to your brethren, right? And your sisters in this thing, man. And you can constantly, teach and preach Yahawashi, man. You can constantly teach and preach this word in the temple, right, with the use of this technology, right? So I'm gonna read this again, and it says, and daily in the temple and in every house they cease not to teach and preach Yahawashi, right? So I will only imagine our forefathers being back on this earth. They will be using this technology to magnify and glorify Yahweh B'Hashem Yahawashi and to spread the gospel, man, right? And that's what they're doing because they're back on the earth right now, man, and they're fulfilling the same lots. And they're not just sitting in the house waiting until Friday to go teach the word, man. Right? Their spirits. Right? We're talking about the elect, man. The elect man is not waiting one day out of the week to teach the word, man. They're going to be spreading the gospel any way they have, any chance they have, man. You understand? Right? So it's more to labor than just waiting for that Friday or Saturday to get out there on camp. Right? It's way more to it than that, man. Right? You have every day to love your brother. You have every day to exhort your brother and sister in this thing, man. Right? You have every day to give alms. You have every day to give to the poor. Right? You have every day to get your house in order, man. You understand? You have every day to follow every word in the scriptures, man. Right? If a brother offended you, right, apply Matthew 18 and verse 15, man. Right? You can't just follow half of the word. Yahawashi said, what's Salakia? Yahawashi said, bid people to the marriage, right? And you follow that, and you don't follow everything else, man. We always have time throughout the week to do the work of the Lord, man. You understand? Let me get that real fast in 1 Corinthians 15, right? And we kind of ain't got nothing written down. We just going through the spirit, right? Because, hey, it's a lot to this ministry, and you should have so much on your plate that, hey, it feels like you're getting overwhelmed, man. You understand? Right? Because that's who's going to enter into that rest. Right? The Lord said, all ye that be heavy laden, come unto me. That's what Yahawashi said. We're going to get that as well. And this 1 Corinthians 15 and 58, and it reads, therefore, my beloved brethren, be ye steadfast, unmovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord. So we're supposed to always be abounding in the work of the Lord, man. Right? It says, for as much as you know that your labor is not in vain in the Lord, and your labor is not in vain in the Lord, man. Right? You're going to be rewarded according to your labor. The Lord is not going to forget the labor of love that you did in his name, man. You understand? So we are supposed to always be abounding in the work of the Lord. It's not I say this a lot. It's not a part-time ministry. A lot of brothers, they think this is a part-time ministry. You understand? But it's not, man. Right? So this Hebrews 6 and verse 10, and it reads, for the Most High is not unrighteous to forget your work and labor of love. So the Most High God is not unrighteous, man. He's going to remember all the times you labored in his name, as long as you did it in sincerity, as long as you did it in truth. You understand? Right? And it says, and that ye have ministered to the saints and do minister. And that's what brothers do. When brothers is constantly giving to their brothers is constantly checking on their brothers is constantly bringing out the lessons to edify the sheep. It's because they're ministering unto the saints. That's you being a servant to the saints. You understand? That's literally you being a servant unto the people. The Lord said the greatest that is among you will be their servant. Right? You're literally going out of your way to make sure that the Lord's flock is fed, man. To make sure that the Lord's flock is being edified, man. Right? That's you being a minister unto the saints. And that's what we're supposed to be. We're supposed to be a minister. We're supposed to be the servants of the Lord. We're supposed to be a servants to the elect. You understand? You should be a servant to your brother, right? A servant to your sister, man. Right? And that's a beautiful thing, to be a servant, right? And I want to bring this out in 2 Corinthians 5. So it's 2 Corinthians chapter 5 and verse 9, and it reads, wherefore we labor, that whether present or absent, we may be accepted of him. And that's why you should want to labor more, man. Right? When brothers is getting on you and wanting you to labor more, you shouldn't be offended by that. That's brothers wanting to see you get the kingdom of heaven. You understand? It says, wherefore we labor, that whether present or absent, we may be accepted of him. Because you're going to be accepted due to your labor. And we understand through the Spirit, it's ultimately the gift, it's ultimately grace. You understand? Brothers that's going to inherit the kingdom of heaven were already ordained from the foundation of earth to inherit the kingdom of heaven. So on the deepest of levels, your works on this side doesn't mean much, but at the same time, Paul said he labored abundantly due to the grace that was bestowed upon him. So those that the Lord is gracious unto, and those that were preordained, they're going to be laboring. You understand? Right? Because you hear a lot of brothers say it doesn't really matter about your works because the elect are already preordained. And that's true. You understand? But that doesn't mean the elect is going to be on this side and they can just sit on their ass all day and they're going to get the kingdom of heaven. No, because those that were preordained, they're going to be the mightiest of spirits. They're going to be the most diligent of spirits. You understand? And they're going to be doing the work of the Lord. Right? And it says, verse 9, it says, wherefore we labor, that whether present or absent, we may be accepted of him. Right? And it says, for we must all appear before the judgment seat of Yahawashi. So like I said at the beginning of the video, we're all going to sit before the Lord and be judged, man. Right? And you don't want to be that brother who's going to tell the Lord, damn, you kind of scratching your beard. Well, I went to camp on Friday, right? I probably didn't give to the poor. I probably didn't love my brother. I probably didn't accept reproof. I probably didn't do this, but hey, I went to camp on Friday. Hey, man, the Lord not going to want to hear that, man. You have every day, 24 hours of the day, 7 days of the week to do the work of the Lord, and you think the Lord going to care about you going out to camp for one day out of the week, man. You understand? So it says, for we must all appear before the judgment seat of Yahawashi, that everyone may receive the things done in his body according to that he have done, whether it be good or bad, man. You're going to be judged off of your works, man. Right? Let's go to Revelation 22 and verse 12. Right, so just understand, man, it's more to this thing than just camp, right? Wearing fringes and going to camp, you understand? Right, a lot of brothers get offended by that. What do you mean? Why are you speaking bad about fringes? It's the law, right? Brothers is not telling brothers not to wear fringes, man. Brothers is not telling brothers not to go to camp. Brothers is telling brothers to do more than that, you understand? Stop thinking just wearing fringes and growing your beard and showing up at camp is enough to get the kingdom of heaven, man. Right? Make sure you're being sincere and hurt. Make sure you're actually praying throughout the day. Make sure you're actually doing all that you could and always having the Lord on your mind, man. That's what brothers is telling brothers to do, man. A lot of Jake is stiff-necked, man. You understand? Right? Jake can't read between the lines, man. Well, so I'm going to bring this out. This on Revelation 22 and verse 12, and it reads, and behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me. And this is red letter, you understand? It says to give every man according as his work shall be. And Yahawashi is going to judge every man according to his works, man. That's what Yahawashi said, man. Right? So you think you're going to sit before Yahawashi and tell Yahawashi, hey, I read 3 chapters throughout the week, and I watched 2 camp videos, and I went to camp on Friday. And you think the Lord is going to be pleased with that, man? Man. Right? So sometimes you gotta sit back and ask yourself, what else can I do to magnify the name of the Lord? Right? You come up on a couple dollars. Are you using that couple dollars to give alms? Right? Are you making sure the brother's good? Right? Because hey, we in this captivity. We sometimes it's hard to come across an extra buck, man. Right? When you do come across is it on your spirit to give alms to the next brother, to give alms to the next sister? Or are you always got your damn hand out, man, looking for somebody to give to you, man? You understand? So we have to take all these things into account, man. What can I do better? Okay, I'm teaching, right? I go out on the highways and byways, I teach. I do videos every day, right? So-called modern day epistles. You understand? What else can I do? Right? Maybe I can check on a brother, right? Maybe I can whatever it may be, man. You can read throughout the scriptures and see different ways to labor, man. Right? Maybe I can be a better maybe I can love my brothers more better. Maybe I can pray on that. Whatever it may be. Whatever you think you're lacking, man, try to strengthen it. You understand? And I'm going to read this again. It says, and behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me to give every man according as his work shall be. And the Yahushua is going to judge you by your works, man. Right? You're going to be judged according to your labor. Right? And those that labor abundantly, those are the ones that's going to enter into that rest, man. Right? Slothful sluggards are not going to they're not going to get the kingdom of heaven. We can read about that in Revelation 3. The lukewarm is going to be spewed out of the Lord's mouth, man. Right? Yahawashi said, come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest, man. Right? That's what Yahawashi said. Matter of fact, let's bring that out. Right? So this is Matthew 11 and verse 28, and it reads, in this red letter, it says, come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, meaning you're laboring all day, right? You got a lot on your plate, man. You got a lot. You're weighed down by the labor that you're dealing with, man. Right? It says, come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. And that's who's going to enter into that everlasting rest. Those that actually labor in the name of Yahushua, man. Right? That's who the Lord is going to give everlasting rest. Let me get this in Mark. I believe it's, haven't put this precept in a while, but I believe it's Mark. Let's try 6, right? Kindness of spirit, that's what I want. Right, so this is Mark chapter 6 and verse 30, and it reads, and the apostles gathered themselves together unto Yahushua and told him all things, both what they had done and what they had taught. Right, so this is the apostles. They come into Yahushua, they're laboring and shaking their hand, they're doing all that they could to magnify the name of the Lord, they're spreading the gospel. Right, so they come to Yahushua and tell him the things that they have done. Right, and it says, verse 31, and he said unto them, come ye yourselves apart into a desert place and rest a while. Right, for there were many coming and going that they had no leisure so much as to eat. So they were laboring so hard. Right, they were going so hard and hailing in the name of the Lord, teaching. Right, Hey, that they didn't even have time to eat. That's how hard our forefathers was laboring, man. Our forefathers wasn't just waking up on Friday or Saturday or both and just going to camp, man. They were laboring non-stop, man. Every day they're laboring, they're shaking the hand, they're healing the sick, right? They're exhorting the brethren. You understand? Our forefathers were maniacs in the spirit and righteousness and in truth. You understand? So they were laboring so hard they didn't even have time to eat, man. Right? So, hey, man. So we don't have no time to damn take a break. I did my work for the week. I went out and I preached the word on the highways and byways on Friday. And now I can chill. I did the work. No, brother, that's not how our forefathers was getting down. That's not how the men of the Lord is going to be getting down in these last days. The men of the Lord is going to be constantly magnifying the name of the Lord, constantly meditating on the words of the Lord, man. Right, and constantly doing all that they could to spread the gospel, man. Right, because that's really what we're supposed to be doing, man. We're supposed to be teaching the gospel, man. That's a direct commandment from Yahawashi. If you choose to follow Yahawashi, you're supposed to be teaching the gospel, spreading the gospel. You understand? Because the gospel is what's needed to be spreaded for the next prophecy to continue to come to pass, man. Let me get that in Revelation 14. Right, so it's important. When you see brothers that's constantly spreading the word, that's a beautiful thing, because you have to understand that's prophecy, right? And the word has to be constantly taught to usher in the coming of Yahawashi, man. It all starts from the word being taught, man. The word, teaching this word is super important, more important than a lot of brothers actually understand, right? So just teaching the word one day out of the week is just not gonna really do it for real, right? So this Revelation 14 and verse 6, and it reads, "And I saw another angel fly in the midst of heaven, having the everlasting gospel to preach unto all them that dwell on the earth," right? "And to every nation and kindred, tongue, and people," right? And it says, saying, and that's what we're teaching, the everlasting gospel, man. Right, now check this out, verse 7. "Saying with a loud voice, fear the Most High and give glory to him, for the hour of his judgment is come." And that's what we say. We try to warn people, hey, it's time to fear the Most High God. It's time to seek the Lord. It's time to come back to who you are. You understand? It's time to come back to your power, man. Yahweh, by Hashem Yahawashi, right? For the hour of judgment is come. And isn't that what we're teaching? Hey, come back to the Lord, or if you don't repent, you're going to be destroyed in Babylon. You're going to be destroyed in nuclear fire. Yahawashi is going to kill you. The angels are going to kill you. You understand? That's what we tell our people, man. Right, this is what I said. We're fulfilling prophecy just by teaching this gospel. You understand? We're fulfilling prophecy when you see brothers constantly teaching this word. Right, because the word has to be taught. Right, the warning have to be given out there before things come to pass. You understand? The Lord said he would not do anything unless he reveal his secrets unto his servants, the prophets, man. Right, and that's in the book of Amos chapter 3. And it says, "For the hour of his judgment is come, and worship him that made heaven and earth and the sea and the fountains of waters." And that's what we tell our people, to worship the Lord. And it says, "And there followed another angel saying, Babylon is fallen." So see that? First, the gospel had to be taught. The warning had to be given. Then what happened? Then Babylon will fall. You understand? That's why it's prophetic to even see the brothers teaching the word of the Lord on the four corners of the earth. Right? We read about that in Matthew 24 and verse 14 as well. The gospel has to be preached on the four corners of the earth, roughly paraphrasing. And then the end shall come, man. Right? So when brother is being slack on teaching the gospel, I question whether they really want to get out of this captivity, man. Right? Because a lot of brothers say, "I'm tired of this captivity. I ain't ready to go to the kingdom." Hey, brother, but you're not magnifying the ministry by constantly teaching the word, man. Right? And it says, "And there follow another angel saying, Babylon," or you're not ushering the coming of Yahushua, I should say, man. Right? I mean to say magnifying your office. Right, as a teacher, as an evangelist, whatever it may be, right? But read in verse 8, it says, "And there followed another angel saying, Babylon is fallen, that great city, because she made all nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication." But the point is, first the gospel has to be taught. First the warning has to be given out, and then the judgment comes. You see that? So that's plain. So we have to labor in this thing. Let's get this in Hebrews 4. You have to labor, right? And everybody's let me get this first. I want to get this first, and then we come back to Hebrews 4. It's just Luke 9. It's Luke chapter 9, and let's see. I'm gonna start from verse 57. It says, "And it came to pass that as they went in the way, a certain man said unto him, Lord, I will follow thee whatsoever thou goest." Right? This is a man telling Yahawashi, hey, Yahawashi, I'm going to follow you wherever you go. And Yahawashi said unto him, foxes have holes, birds of the air have nests, but the Son of Man have not where to lay his head. So Yahawashi was always on the move, man. He's always doing the work of the Lord, right? And he said unto another, follow me. But he said, Lord, suffer me first to go and bury my father. So Yahawashi told this man to follow him, right? And he basically put something worldly over the Lord. He said, man, I gotta go bury my father first, man. Hey, when Yahawashi is calling you, you follow Yahawashi, man. Right? You put away everything to follow Yahawashi. Right? So verse 60, it says, Yahawashi said unto him, let the dead bury their dead, but go thou and preach the kingdom of the Most High. So when you choose to follow Yahawashi, that's what Yahawashi tell you to do, to preach the kingdom of the Most High, man. Right? So we're supposed to be constantly preaching the kingdom of the Most High daily, man, not just on Friday and Saturday. This work has to go on daily. You understand? Like we read at the beginning of the lesson, the apostles were daily in the temple teaching the word of the Most High. That's Acts chapter 5 and verse 42, right? And like I was saying, Israel is spiritually we're the temple, man. So we have to daily be preaching this word amongst Israel, man. You understand? Right? So I just wanted to bring this out through the spirit. Right, it's hey man, we have to put more on our plates in these last days, man. Right, if you're reading 2 chapters a day, whatever it may be, try to up it up to 5 chapters a day, man. Right, if you do the videos, if you're doing 1 video a week, try to up it up to 2 or 3 videos a week, man. Right, try to do all that you could to magnify the name of the Lord and preach this gospel. Right, and I want to bring this out before I close out. I'm gonna get 2 more. Right, so this is Matthew 24 and verse 14, and it reads, and you gotta love your brother in this thing. You understand? Right? You gotta give alms. You gotta have a charitable heart, man. Right? You can do all these things, but if you don't have charity, hey, the Lord is not dealing with you. You're not really a man of the Lord, right? Let me get that first. Let me bring this out first, Salakia. So this is Matthew 24 and verse 14. And it reads, and this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached into all the world for a witness unto all nations, then shall the end come. So that's why it's important to preach the gospel. That's a prophecy. The gospel has to be preached on the 4 corners of the world first, and then shall the end come. You understand? So and I want to get this as well in 1 Corinthians 13. All right, just to land me back on the point of it's more to doing the work than just going to camp, man. Right? So 1 Corinthians 13 and verse 1, and it reads, though I speak with the tongues of men and of angels and have not charity, I am become as sounding brass or a tinkling cymbal. Right? So you can speak with the tongues of men and of angels, and yet you don't have a charitable heart. Right? You don't have charity, and you become as vanity, as a sounding brass or a tinkling cymbal. And it says, and though I have the gift of prophecy, so though you can go down into the script, you can go into the scriptures and break them down. It says, and understand all mysteries, and you know all the deep, dark mysteries and parables, and all knowledge, and you have all knowledge. You understand? So a lot of camps, they claim to have all knowledge. They claim to have 100% truth. They claim to have the full understanding of the Bible, right? And it says, and though I have all faith, and claim to have all faith. You understand? So that I can remove mountains and have not charity, I am nothing. But yet if you don't have a loving heart, you are nothing, right? And you have brothers that'll tell you, shit, Shalaki, hey, I know all the breakdowns, but hey, if you're not in my camp, you're not of the elect, right? Or if you're not in my camp, you're not my brother, man. Right? If you're not in my camp, hey, I'm not gonna salute you, man. Right? Hey, that's Paul just said it doesn't matter if you know all the dark breakdowns. It doesn't matter if you have full understanding. It doesn't matter if you have all the prophetic breakdowns. If you don't love your brother, hey, you nothing in this thing, man. Right? So, hey, man. And it says, and though I bestow all my goods and feed the poor. So like I was saying, even feeding the poor and and reaching out your hand to give to the poor, that's a form of labor. That's a form of labor, man. Right? And it says, and though I bestow all my goods to feed the poor, and though I give my body to be burned, and even if you lay down your life for this word, you give your body to be burned. You make yourself a sacrifice. It says, and have not charity, but yet you don't have a charitable heart, it profiteth me nothing. Hey, man, it all amounts to vanity, man. You understand? So understand that loving your brothers and sisters in this thing is more important than anything, man. Right? The Lord said the main 2 laws is to love the Most High God and to love your brothers and sisters, roughly paraphrasing, man. Right? And the Yahawashi said on those 2 hang the law and the prophets, man. You understand? So understand how important it is just to love your brothers and sisters in this thing, man. Stop just rushing into this thing and thinking it's all about having the most wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. right? It's more to the ministry than that, man. A lot of brothers just want to know enough precepts just to go out on the highways and byways and look mighty. But yet, when they get behind closed doors and when they come back home, they're not fulfilling the rest of the word, man. They're not doing everything else in the Bible, right? They just want to go out. They just want to be seen, man, right? So you got to have a charitable heart, man. And this is a super mighty account. You understand? Because he said, man, you can have the gift of prophecy. You can know all the deepest, darkest breakdowns. You can have all faith. You can give your body as a living sacrifice. But yet, you didn't love your brother, man. You understand? You really had hate in your heart for your brothers, man. Right? Which is, that's actually super heavy. Right? So I want to bring this out in Luke and then we're going to close out. That's super heavy, man. Right? So this is Luke chapter 21 and verse 34. And it reads, take heed to yourself, so constantly examine yourself in this truth, lest at any time your hearts be overcharged with surfeiting and drunkenness, meaning you start to give yourself over to the cares of this life, right? And it says, in cares of this life, and so that day come upon you unawares. For as a snare shall it come on all them that dwell on the face of the earth. So like you have the whole earth, right? Talking about the coming of Yahusha, right? And it says, watch ye therefore and pray always, that you may be accounted worthy to escape all things that shall come to pass. So we have to constantly watch. We have to constantly pray, man, right? So that we may be accounted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass, to escape the hour of temptation, to escape being destroyed in World War III, whatever it may be, man. It says, and to stand before the Son of Man, right? And we want to be able to stand before Yahawashi in that day when he returns, man, right? So in these last days, abide in Yahawashi, man. Abide in this word, man, right? In these last days, love your brothers and sisters in this thing, man. Right? Continue to read, continue to study, continue to pray, continue to fast, continue to do all that you could to magnify the name of the Lord. And that's the spirit. Hey, brothers is about to end this video at 1:44, man. It's 1:44 a.m., man. I just kind of looked up in the corner of the thing, and this when the video is ending, man. Right? So that's mighty. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahawashi. I want to give a mighty shalom to the Akim Wa Akwak. Shalom Yasha Allah.